Hello and welcome. Today we are having a book haul, and that is because it's been a couple months since I last did one. Now, it's not a very big book haul, it's actually pretty small. Most of these actually came from Christmas, and I'm just now getting around to showing you guys. There's also a couple books that I had pre-ordered last year that came in like late January, and then just some subscription boxes. So let's go ahead and let's dive into this and see what books I have recently added to my shelves. So I'm going to go through the Christmas books first, just because, you know, they were all gifts. So first up, we have The Spear Cuts Through Water by Simon Jimenez. I might have said both of those wrong. But yeah, I heard a lot of great things about this. I was pulled in by the cover. I think it's really pretty. I love the blues and the greens. You know, I'm a cover girl. You guys know this. But I've heard it's a weird, strange little book, and I am always here for weird and strange. So I'm definitely looking forward to giving this one a shot. I don't know if it'll be this year, next year, 10 years from now, but I have it. That way I can finally read it. Then we have The Fist of the North Star, Volume 9. I have already read this. I think I read it like a week after I got it. And, you know, it's the ninth volume in the series. I enjoy it. Like I said, if you like that Mad Max, a post-apocalyptic fighting kind of things, then this is a great one for you. I was actually irritated with the ending of this volume, if I'm being honest. They brought in a character who was like, I'm so in love with such and such character, and I'm like, I've never met you before. And then they killed them off, and I was like, what was the point of this? It's one of the few times I've been like definitely irritated with it, because they could have done something with said character had they introduced her early and like made her like declaration like so much more important, but they like threw it in there like last minute and was like, oh yeah, and I was just like, so yeah, I was definitely disappointed with the ending of this one. Then we have Marloquois by Alex Phoebe. This is book 2 in the Mordu series, Cities of the Weft. And haven't read it yet, but I enjoyed book 1, and the cliffhanger of book 1, I was like, I have to have book 2 now. Like, I had my issues with book 1. This one it looks smaller, but honestly, what's the page count? Because, you know, sometimes they be using really thin paper. It's about the same length and slightly thicker paper. So it's like 500 something pages, but definitely looking forward to getting to this one, because I need to know what happens next after the way the first one ended. So very happy to have this one. Then we have Ashes of Man by Christopher Rocchio. This is number 5, I think, in the series. And it got to the point to where like I wanted to get it before it was no longer available in hardcover. Can you see it? Yeah, like I have all of that for Rocchio, and I have read 50 pages of the first book. So eventually, the thing is like I know I'm gonna enjoy it, which is why I just keep buying them and everything. But yeah, definitely glad to finally have this one, so I can work on getting the next one that just recently came out. I'm so behind on getting them. Then we have The Blighted Stars by Megan E. O'Keefe. This I actually picked up because of Trinity over at Portable Magic. She enjoys it, so I was like, you know what, I want to give it a shot, see what happens. And yeah, that's pretty much the reason why I asked for this one for Christmas, because I was like, you know what, Trinity seems to like it, I might like it too. And then this is the one that might shock some people, but I also got Yumi and the Nightmare Painter by Brandon Sanderson. One, I love the cover for this one. I really love this art style and this artist in general. But this was, out of all of the secret projects, The Sunlit Man was the one I was most interested in, but unfortunately it requires you to have read like basically everything that's been released, but then still not know anything from what I've heard. But this was the second one where I was like, I really want to read that one. And I know it's more romancy, which is definitely outside of like my norm. But I wanted to give it a shot, see what happens. If I don't like it, well then I don't like it. But yeah, so this is the second Sanderson book that I own, and I still have only read the the graphic novel White Sand, which I didn't like. All right, so then I received 2 gifts from an author. Her name is Rachel Alkus. She is the one who I can give credit to exploring self-published books. And she had me ARC read her newest one, The Lazarus Key. And she sent me a hardcover special edition of it. And it is signed and a little special note and everything to me. This was a really great book. I definitely recommend checking it out. I have a written review for it, which I can link down below, but I definitely enjoyed this so much more than I honestly expected going into it. But then she also sent me a signed copy of Bounty Hunter Book 1. I own this one already, but it's not signed because I bought them all. As you can see, it's signed and she's got a little quote in there from the book. But this is the very first self-published book that I ever read, and I picked it up after the first season of The Mandalorian came out, and I wanted more of that bounty hunter kind of vibe, and I found this one on NetGalley, and then I ARC read all 4 books through NetGalley, and then when I was finally able to, I bought all of them. And then she sent me this one when she sent me The Lazarus Key, which I was not expecting, and I was like super happy and grateful for that, because yeah, this is a very special little series to me. All right, now we will go through the 3 pre-ordered books that I had, and first up is Barbarian's Touch by Ruby Dixon. This is the 6th book, I think. I believe this is the 6th one. And then 7 comes out in a couple of months. But yeah, I had to have it. It came with some stickers and bookmarks. They're in my room with the rest of them, so I'm not gonna go get them. And also a little signed book plate. But yeah, very happy to have this one to add to the rest of my growing paperback collection for IPB. And then this one I pre-ordered at the beginning of last year when they first put up pre-orders for it, and if they don't do the rest of the series, that's fine, but it's a hardback special edition of Ice Planet Barbarians, and it's got the sprayed edges like all the way around, and then it's got a special design back. The text is raised, and then it came with this adorable little sticker of Georgie and Vectel, as well as I'd rather be on not Hoth with Vectel sticker. They're not the greatest quality stickers. I'm gonna tell you guys that right now. Like when you look at them in person, they're not the greatest quality, but considering the quality level of the book itself is nice. Also, the camera won't pick it up, but the font is actually written in blue. It's like a bluish purple kind of thing, and it's honestly really kind of adorable. But like I said, if she never plans on doing the rest of the series, the company that did it, Era Books, that's fine. This was just like, it was just one of those like special editions where I was like, I have to have that. I have to have that. Then we have my pre-order that I put in for House of Open Wounds by Adrian Tchaikovsky. This is the follow-up book to City of Last Chances, which I still have yet to read, but I wasn't going to pass up on having this matching book. I love the detail of the digital edges that they do for this series. And then it's just the orange, you know. Is there anything? Oh my gosh, there is. We just discovered this together, guys. It says, take the hurt and hurt them worse until they're better. And then it's got like a robot and like a Triceratops. Oh my gosh, I need to read this. So yeah, that's so pretty. Yeah, that one came in I think like mid-January, so very happy to have that one, eventually get it on the shelf. So now the last 2 we have are from Book Boxes, and I already have them open here, so we'll go ahead and finish opening them together. This one is a Goldsboro book. I don't remember if this is the sub book or if it's a pre-order one, but I think it's the sub. It's the sub book, which is called this Voyage of the Damned by Frances White, and it's got like the scales, which is really pretty. I am actually interested in this one. If I remember correctly, it's something to do with like mermaids and let's see. For 1,000 years, peace between providences. Ganymede, a class clown, slacker. I don't know. Actually, maybe it's not about mermaids. I don't know. And I don't have the patience to read the synopsis to you guys right now. I'm sorry. This is the back. The back says, "We can get murdered tomorrow. Tonight we party." So I'm interested in seeing what this one's about. That is white. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that. I think maybe this is like the second book I have that's actually bound in like white. That color's not used often for the hardcover, probably because like, you know, you can see all the marks on it. But yeah, it's actually much thicker than I thought it was going to be, but this font is like ginormous. So I noticed that about a lot of UK books. A lot of UK books, they like to really make that font really big. Whereas like a lot of American versions, they're like, make it super, super duper tiny. And then the other book box we have is a broken binding one, which is a sub book because I pretty much don't order anything else outside of them for their books because they don't really have anything that catches my attention, but I have their sub. I'm a tier 1 subscriber, so, you know, I get all the bells and whistles whenever they feel like sending them. So we've got the bookmark. It's Northern Wrath. So this is January's book, because change changes and does not change back. And in the end, the ending will not come to an end. I don't think I like that quote. I don't like that quote. I don't like the way that sounded. Oh my gosh. So let's see the actual book. I'm really hoping that the quality of the print came out really nice, because I was displeased with the Powder Mage series, and I'm honestly displeased. It's so dark and muddy. I don't understand why they don't do like a couple print run, like a couple of like test runs first, so that they can make sure that the detail can be seen, because this is art by Randy Vargas, and I really enjoy his art, and it can be very detailed and very beautiful, but so much is lost because it's printed so dark. And why does it look like somebody put like a cup on top of this? Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, it looks like someone set a cup right there in the center. I'm getting less and less impressed with broken binding. I'm so sorry, guys. Honor the dead, remember their names, see their faces, and speak of their ways. Again, like, you can't see the details. And it sucks. Like, when you look at it, like, when you guys look at it from far away, like, it just looks like a big, like, dark, muddy mess. And then even looking at it up close, like, it looks like a dark, muddy mess. And I'm gonna have to ask them about getting a new dust cover, because mine literally looks like it had a cup of drink sitting on it, and that's annoying. And then here we have this, the hardcover. You know, it's Katrina Paints again. You know, it's pretty. I just would like some variety, something new. The end pages, those are gorgeous. Definitely better print quality because you can see the detail. So that was definitely printed better. I almost took my eye out. This one, let me see. Let me take the dust jacket off. And then this is the back one. Again, better print quality. You can see the detail. It's still a little dark and a little muddy, but definitely better than the dust jacket itself. And then it's just, because once it's all together, it'll create a tree, which will be nice. I've never read this series. To be honest, it was never really on my radar. So we'll see when it finishes coming in, we'll see how I feel, and you know, if I end up reading them or not. But yeah, another one that I'm like only mildly pleased with. Yeah, yeah. So that is a book haul. It turned out a little bit longer just because I had thoughts and words about stuff. But yeah, those are all the recent books that I've added to my collection. If you guys have read any of them, let me know down below if you liked them or hated them. And, you know, like, subscribe, all of those great things. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.